Your hands will be placed by me into a new season of provision. My beloved child, and what I am doing in your life is not a coincidence. Listen to me with a peaceful heart. Do not let old doubt pull you away from the hope I am awakening within you. There are nights that seem ordinary, yet in my divine arrangement, they become the beginning of a turning point. There are moments that appear very quiet, but behind them, my hand is moving obstacles away, opening doors, and drawing provision near to you in ways you could never create on your own. I have seen you pass through seasons of lack, days when you had to calculate every small thing, moments when you held very little in your hands but still tried to stand firm. And today I speak to you. The pain you once carried will not end in meaninglessness. It will become a testimony of my preservation, restoration, and mercy. My child, I know the nights when you cried without making a sound. I know the times you sat in the darkness, looked at your circumstances, and wondered when everything would finally change. I know the storms that tried to bury hope within you, the financial pressures that exhausted you, and the piled-up responsibilities that made you feel as though you no longer had the strength to keep going. But I have not stood far away. I was near you in every heavy breath, every broken prayer, every moment when you wanted to give up, yet still tried to cling to faith. Not one tear of yours has fallen without me seeing it. Not one silent sacrifice of yours has been overlooked by me. What you have sown in faith, however small and hidden, has been preserved by me like precious seed in my hand. I am removing the obstacles that have held your life back for too long. There are doors that once closed not because you were rejected, but because I was preparing a better door, a purer door, a door that would open at the right time. There are delays that were not refusals, but places where I trained you in patience, taught you greater wisdom, and helped you distinguish between true blessing and temporary attraction. You once thought everything had slowed down because you were forgotten. But I declare that you have never been forgotten. I have arranged the right hands, the right people, the right opportunities, words that open the way, and clean help so that what I have prepared may come to you safely, sustainably, and full of peace. Do not let fear speak louder than my promise. Do not let the past convince you that miracles are only for other people while you must live forever in struggle. The difficult years have spoken too much into your mind, making you accustomed to waiting for something bad to happen, accustomed to seeing lack as something unavoidable. But I am renewing the way you see. I am teaching you that you are not the child left behind at the end, not someone who only lives on the leftovers of others, not someone created to tremble forever before tomorrow. You belong to me, and I know how to care for you with wisdom that rises above every limitation you are seeing. What I place into your hands may come through many paths. It may be a job opportunity that opens, a clean source of income, a necessary amount supplied at the right time, a recommendation, a meeting, a new idea, an unexpected arrangement, or a wise decision that helps you escape a cycle of loss. Do not limit me to one single form. I can use something very small to begin a very great season. I can use one timely word to make your heart shine again. I can use a shift in the atmosphere around your name to open paths you had never imagined before. When my hand goes before you, What was once closed will no longer hold authority forever. Know that my protection is surrounding your finances, but that protection also invites you to walk in watchfulness. I do not only want you to receive blessing, I want you to know how to preserve blessing. I do not only want you to have more, I want you to become more stable. Therefore, as provision draws near, ask me to give you discernment. Do not let haste lead you into agreements that are not clean. Do not let old lack make you easily believe every glittering promise. Do not let the joy of increase cause you to forget humility. What comes from me will carry light, clarity, and deep peace. It will not pull you away from me, but draw you closer to me in gratitude and maturity. Beloved child, I have seen those who once doubted you. I have seen the mockery, the dismissive looks, the times when you were judged by your present circumstances instead of by what I am forming within you. But do not live to prove yourself before them. When I lift you up, I will do it in a way that makes your heart know the glory belongs to me, not so that you may retaliate against anyone, but so you may understand that faithfulness is never forgotten. Those who once saw you through a season of lack may see you enter a season of stability. But keep your heart pure. Do not let promotion make your heart hard. Do not let restoration turn into pride. Let it become a gentle testimony that I am still the one who lifts the weary and opens a way for those who rely on me. I am turning every tear into a seed of victory. Not every victory comes with a loud shout. Some victories begin when you no longer fear tomorrow as you once did. When you know how to steward small things with gratitude. When you dare to believe that a new chapter can open, even though the old chapter was full of wounds. I am moving you from survival into stability, from fear into confidence, from emptiness into fullness in my care. The hands that once had to hold lack will learn to hold abundance with humility. The heart that once trembled before loss will learn to stand firm in peace. Step into this divine reversal with a watchful mind and a tender heart. The chains that once bound you in anxiety are losing their strength as you place your trust in me. The doors that once discouraged you will open according to my timing. The prayers spoken in the dark room have not been buried. They have touched my mercy. The sacrifices no one noticed have been recorded by me. You do not need to pull blessings down by your weary strength. When I speak open, provision will find its way. When I speak restoration, what was lost will be placed back in a wiser way. When I speak peace, fear must bow before my presence. Therefore, my child, do not doubt my love for you just because you have had to wait long. Do not call delay abandonment. Do not call the season of preparation failure. I was with you in the empty days, and I will also be with you in the season of overflow. Open your hands, not with greed, but with trust. Open the door of your heart, not with haste, but with gratitude. Let me teach you how to receive, preserve, share, and walk uprightly in blessing. I am shifting the atmosphere around your life, restoring order where there was once confusion, and leading you into a season where you will look back and know that I was never silent because I had forgotten you. I prepared, protected, guided, and now I continue to open the way for you to step into timely provision, in my light and in my peace. I, the Lord your God, I am not limited by the laws your eyes can see. nor am I bound by the circumstances that are making your heart heavy. Beloved child, what you call impossible is not a boundary to me. When I speak, the storms must become still. When I command, paths must open. When I touch what seems to have been exhausted, life can return to the place once considered finished. Therefore, do not look at your finances, the numbers, the amounts due, and the limitations before you, and conclude that your life has been locked shut. I am the one who can enter where the natural realm has no way left, and I am stepping into the financial area of your life with mercy, with power, and with the faithfulness of a father who never abandons his child. Tonight, I am sending my angels to move on your behalf, to touch the places that have been blocked, to uproot the deep roots of lack, and to break the limiting thoughts that have made you fear tomorrow so many times. You have become too accustomed to looking at what you still lack. You have become too tired from calculating, managing, delaying, shrinking back, and wondering how you will make it through. But I tell you that lack is not your master. Fear is not the final voice over your life. The old cycles of struggle have no right to rule the future I have written for you. I am releasing new provision, not only so you may breathe with relief for a moment, but so you may step into a way of life that is steadier, broader, and more peaceful. What I bring to you is not only money, it is the mark of covenant, the confirmation that I have called you blessed, preserved, and placed into a purpose greater than survival. Money in your hands, when it comes from me and is managed with wisdom, will not become an idol, nor will it become a chain. It will become a tool to build, to care, to sow, to lift those who are weary, and to open doors you could not touch before. Therefore, do not be ashamed when I bless you. Do not shrink back simply because some people do not understand your faith. They may mock your expectation, doubt your trust, and think you are hoping for too much. But when I do what I have appointed, they will know it was not luck, not coincidence, not the hand of man, but I myself who opened the way. I am pouring abundance into your life, not only so you may survive a difficult season, but so you may become a person of influence in love and generosity. I will place in your hands what is needed, not only so you can stand firm for yourself, but so you can also lift others. You will sow into lives that need hope. You will become a bridge for my mercy to touch others. You will understand that true blessing does not close your heart in hoarding, but opens it in gratitude and wisdom. Your season of struggle is closing, but I want you to come out of it with a heart that has been refined, more humble, more watchful, more discerning, and more faithful with what I entrust to you, as I have done for those before you in my covenant. I can also do for you today in a way that fits your journey. I can give you wisdom to steward rightly. I can provide resources for you to build what is lasting. I can open flows that extend beyond your lifetime, so that those who come after you will not have to breathe the atmosphere of fear that you once knew. I have seen the plans against your finances. I have seen the pressures that wanted to break you, the delays that wanted to make you quit, and the closed doors that wanted to make you think you had no portion in abundance. But I have stepped in, I am shutting down the access of darkness over what I have entrusted to you. I am protecting your harvest from waste, manipulation, fear, and from hands that are not permitted to seize what belongs to my purpose. Now I am releasing multiplied restoration over the areas of your life that were harmed. Peace in place of anxiety. Recovery in place of loss. Provision in place of struggle. Clarity in place of confusion. Do not let any voice convince you that this is too great for me. Nothing is too great for the one who created you and still holds you in his hand. I can change your circumstances in a moment. I can cause the burden of debt to lose its power to threaten you. I can open new income, new opportunities, new invitations, and new help. I can breathe life into the dreams you thought had died, into the work you thought had dried up, into the plans you once put away because you feared more disappointment. One word from me can shift the entire atmosphere around you. But beloved child, understand that the provision I give must be received by faith and preserved through obedience. A small act of faith can change your inner posture. It is not a transaction used to buy blessing, but a way for you to place your heart in agreement with what I am doing. Your obedience is the key that opens maturity. Your trust is the door through which you step out of fear. When you believe, you do not deny the present reality. You simply declare that this reality is not greater than me. When you obey, you do not lose freedom, you enter a deeper freedom, where you are no longer controlled by worry. You will not live in lack forever. You will not have to keep asking with shame forever. You will not be left behind while the new season I prepared is already opening. I am bringing you forward, not so you may boast in yourself, but so you may testify of my faithfulness. I am lifting you up, not so you may forget others, but so you may become strong enough to lift them. I am leading you into overflow, not so you may be swept into pride, but so you may learn to live as a steward of my kingdom. The economy of heaven never runs dry. My source of provision is not threatened by the instability of the world. You belong to me, and because you belong to me, you are invited to live in a trust that is deeper than every fear around you. Watch as your story begins to turn. Watch as the things that once caused you stress begin to be untangled. Watch as my favor surrounds your finances like a shield, not only protecting what you have, but also leading you toward what I want to entrust to you. Let your heart be quiet before me. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not chase every outside voice. I will teach you to walk with wisdom. I will show you when to receive, when to sow, when to hold, and when to refuse. I am touching your wallet, your work, your plans, your future, and even the hidden fears that once made you think you could not escape the old cycle. Beloved child, I am confirming this within your heart, not to stir you up for a moment, but to anchor you firmly in faith. Let my presence calm your anxiety. Let my word lift you out of despair. Let my faithfulness remind you that you are not forgotten, not cursed, not locked into the past. I am doing something new. I am opening a new flow. I am teaching you to live in abundance with purpose. And when the blessing comes, you will know how to bow your head in gratitude and say, "The Father himself did this. The Father himself kept me. The Father himself brought me from lack into overflow by his never-ending love. I have appointed the watch of heaven over every step you will take in the coming season. So you will not enter the new thing with fear that you will ruin the blessing I give. Beloved child, I know there are times when you look back at the past and see the moments when you chose wrongly, trusted the wrong people, spoke the wrong words, stayed too long in places that exhausted you, and then wondered whether you were mature enough to receive the increase that is coming. But I speak to you. What I am releasing does not come to weigh you down, but comes with guidance, clarity, peace, and protection. I do not place something precious in your hands and then leave you alone to tremble before responsibility. I will teach you how to walk. I will remind you when you need to slow down. I will warn you when a path is not clean. I will place peace in your heart when a door truly comes from me. You will not sabotage this increase if you stay close to me. You will not lose what I am giving if you allow my wisdom to lead you instead of letting fear control you. There were blessings in the past you were not strong enough to keep, not because you were worthless, but because you were still being healed, still learning to discern, still carrying wounds that made you prone to cling to what was not healthy. But this season is different. I have trained you through the quiet years. I have taught you to recognize the difference between true peace and temporary attraction. I have shown you that not everything shiny is a blessing, and not every loss is failure. Now you will step into the new with a more watchful heart, a clearer mind, and a faith that leans on me instead of leaning on your own haste. The people I am removing from your life may not leave as peacefully as you hoped. Their departure may come with blame, misunderstandings, empty spaces, or a feeling of guilt that makes you want to go back and make everything more comfortable. But my child, let them go. Do not try to hold on to what I am removing from your hands. Do not call familiarity safety if it has repeatedly drained you. Do not call bondage love simply because you fear emptiness. There are people who cannot enter the new season with you because they only know the wounded version of you, the diminished version of you, the version that always tried to please others just to be allowed to stay. But I am calling you out of that life. I am teaching you that peace is also a confirmation. And sometimes the departure of a person is the door that opens for your restoration. I am replacing what is false with faithful people. I am replacing empty promises with trustworthy presence. I am replacing relationships that only drain with companionships that know how to support. I am replacing unclear struggle with strategy illuminated by wisdom. You will no longer have to guess every step alone in the darkness. I will give you timely ideas, seasonal connections, righteous counsel, and opportunities that do not make you lose your purity. What I bring will not cause you to live in tension, nor will it force you to trade your dignity in order to keep it. What comes from me may require courage, but it will not pull you into chaos. It will carry a deep current of peace that your heart can recognize. You are not going back to what shattered you. You are not returning to places that once caused the light within you to fade. You are not reopening doors that I closed in mercy. There are old roads that once taught you necessary lessons, but they are not the places where you were built to remain forever. There are relationships that have completed their role, even though their ending hurt you. There are circumstances that once trained you, but if you return to them, they will become chains. I release you not so you may wander in regret, but so you may rise in freedom. This deliverance is an invitation for you to stand straighter, breathe deeper, see more clearly, and walk as one who has learned that true love does not make you lose yourself. There is still much more ahead. So stay very close to me. Do not let the first relief make you stop seeking me. Do not let a newly opened door cause you to forget the one who held the key. Do not let the first small blessing of the season make you think the journey is complete. I still want to pour out until the dry places within you are watered, until the fear of lack is replaced by trust, until old insecurity no longer controls the way you receive. But to receive the new, your heart must open. I am not looking for hands clenched shut because they are still holding on to pain, resentment, old conclusion, or people who no longer belong to your season. I want a willing heart, a heart that believes what I remove is not meant to impoverish you, but to make room for something better to enter. Trust me, because I do not lie to you. I do not ignite hope within you only to abandon you halfway. If I have spoken a word over your life, I know how to bring that word into form. If I have revealed a direction to you, I will also provide the wisdom for you to step into it. If I have placed within your heart a dream, a prompting, a quiet belief that you were created for something greater, then I will continue to lead you until it is fulfilled in my timing. You are not too late. You have not gone too far. You are not beyond the reach of grace. Even the cycles, the mistakes, the delayed seasons, the days when you thought you had wandered off the path, I can still use them to bring you back to the exact place where you need to stand. You are exactly where I need you in this moment. Not because everything is perfect, but because your heart is soft enough to hear me, tired enough to stop carrying everything alone, and thirsty enough to seek the true source of life. The turning has begun, even though not every sign has appeared at once. There are things moving behind the curtain. There are hearts being changed. There are doors being prepared. There are conversations taking place that you know nothing about. There are heavinesses losing their power over you little by little. The storm is passing. The clouds that once covered your vision are parting. The light is breaking through, not as a distant promise, but as a sign that I am still leading you out of the dark season. Do not let this moment slip away in distraction. Mark it in your heart as a quiet act of faith, as a response to heaven that you receive what I am doing, that you agree to release the old, that you are ready to step into restoration with an open soul. I do not need you to prove anything through noise. I see the quiet agreement in your heart. Let this moment become the boundary between the season when you lived in fear and the season when you learned to walk in peace. Tell your heart that you will not return to depletion. Tell fear that it is no longer allowed to lead you. Tell the future that it belongs to my hand. I am with you in this change of season. I will guard your steps. Purify the circle around you. Replace what is false with what is true. Replace struggle with strategy. And replace weariness with new life. What leaves? Let it leave. What I send, receive it with wisdom. What I am healing, allow me to touch it fully. You are not being left behind. You are being prepared. You are not lost. You are being guided. You are not stepping into increase alone. I go before you. I am with you, and I will complete the good thing I have begun in your life. I am not limited by the economy of the world, nor am I bound by the systems human beings have built. For every source of supply is in my hands. When I have declared that something belongs to you, no circumstance, no power, and no opposing word can reverse what I have appointed. Beloved child, do not let the present numbers make your heart tremble. Do not let your bank account, your debts, your delays, or the feeling of falling behind tell you that your future has been locked shut. I do not need favorable conditions in order to create abundance. I do not need permission from a system in order to open a way for you. Release has begun, and what is moving toward you is not a small portion just enough for you to endure, but a flow filled with grace, pressed down by mercy, and made to overflow by my faithfulness. Those who once looked down on your prayers will have to witness the harvest I bring into your life. Those who once doubted your journey will hear the testimony that you will not need to shout in order to prove. You will not need to answer with anger, nor will you need to take revenge through words or actions. My support upon you will speak for itself. The door I open will testify on its own. The peace I place within you will be clear evidence that you do not walk alone. I will make your life a sign, not so that you may seek fame for yourself, but so that my glory may be seen through your restoration. People will know that I am still the one who opens a way where there is no way. Still, the one who moves mountains and parts a path through the deep sea. But understand this, it is not only about money. What I am doing touches your destiny, touches the promise I placed upon you long ago, touches the parts of you that were wounded, delayed, and covered by disappointment. I have not forgotten what I spoke. I have not changed my mind because you were once weak in heart. I have not withdrawn my promise because you once passed through seasons that were winding, slow, and weary. I have waited for the time to become ripe. And now that time is opening before your eyes, you are entering a spiritual transition. The things confirmed in the unseen realm are finding their way into your reality. Little by little, at the right time, in the right way, according to my order. That is why the pressure seems to increase. That is why the opposing voices have become louder. That is why old fear tries to return right before you see the breakthrough. Darkness senses the shift before your eyes can see it. So it tries to make you tired, distracted, and doubtful. But you must understand that what I am doing is not only to make your burden lighter for a moment, but to restore you completely. What was once taken from you will be repaid by me in a way marked by grace. What was once broken in your life will be rebuilt, not as weak as before, but stronger, deeper, and more beautiful. The places that were once empty will be filled with my peace, my joy, and my presence. This is not a repetition of the old season, my child. This is a revival. I am renewing you from within, expanding you for the new season, and leading you out of the fear of lack, out of regret over what was lost, and out of the feeling that you must hold everything together by yourself. Stand firm in me. Let your heart believe that what I have begun will not stop halfway. I am restoring, repaying, and rebuilding, and when everything is complete. You will know that I myself carried you through every season to bring you to this day.